Now, here's Chief Meteorologist Tony Petrarca with your live Pinpoint Doppler 12 Futurecast.
Well, certainly a very complex forecast and storm system, variety of weather and precipitation, not just wet snow, but sleet, rain, wind, potential for some coastal flooding as well. A lot to cover, so let's first get started with storm impacts and what we're expecting here. Highlights or lowlights, if you will. But as far as the consistency of the snow, for some, it'll be a wet and heavy snow, especially up in our northern suburbs. But not to ignore the fact that we'll also see some sleet and some rain with this, along with strong wind, especially along the coastline, maybe gusting anywhere from 45 to 55 miles per hour. So all this mixed precipitation getting blown around and blown sideways, so a difficult time for a while. Most of the snow would be from roughly Providence, especially north and west of the Providence area, less the further south and east you go. Coastal flooding at the time of multiple high tide cycles, though the flooding on the Rhode Island coastline not expected to be as major or severe as the flooding that's possible across east coastal Massachusetts. That would be from Boston down through Cape Cod, Martha's Vineyard, and Nantucket. Winter storm watch for the entire area, shaded in blue. It officially goes into effect 1 o'clock in the morning on Thursday till 7 a.m. on Friday. Bottom line, the worst of the storm as far as wind and precipitation is actually tomorrow night into Thursday. Meanwhile, it's just quiet and cloudy in downtown Providence and points beyond, temperatures in the lower to middle 30s. May see a flurry or a sprinkle overnight tonight, but really nothing more than that. Temperatures now mid-30s in Smithfield, Taunton 29, New Bedford coming in with clouds and a temperature at 30. As we widen out the view across New England, not much going on other than some clouds and a few sprinkles offshore trying to work in. The leading edge of the precipitation still in the bottom of your TV set. We'll see a little bit during the daylight hours of tomorrow, but more so tomorrow evening and tomorrow night. That's when the coastal storm really starts to wind up off the coast with a shield of some strong wind and multiple forms of precipitation as far as wet snow, sleet, and some rain. Let's take a look at it now on Futurecast. Starting off this evening, showing the clouds moving in overnight, and again, a couple of blips of a flurry or a sprinkle. 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. I'm not anticipating any major problems. Kids heading out to school, heading out to work, other than a flurry tomorrow morning. And even tomorrow afternoon, this is 2 o'clock. Now we'll start to see some snow and rain showers becoming a little more generous, but nothing that's out of control. So the afternoon and early evening looking okay. But by later tomorrow evening, tomorrow night, watch how the map just fills up. 11 o'clock at night, blue is snow, the green is rain out across coastal Massachusetts. Heavier snow in the wee hours of Thursday morning, 3 a.m., really coming down hard, covering most of Rhode Island at that point. Extending into Thursday morning, heavy snow to the north and west, more in the way of rain to the south and east. And then more than likely changing over to all rain at some point on Thursday afternoon. Now, before that happens, accumulations by Thursday will range from 4 to 8 inches of wet snow from most areas. However, roughly north and west of Providence, the northern part of the state, on the order of 8 to 12 inches of wet, heavy snow, and that has the potential to lead to some power outages because of the weight of the snow. Notice out towards the Cape and the islands, not nearly as much. There'll be more in the form of rain out there. All right, 7-day outlook shows the stormy weather arriving for tomorrow. One thing I don't want to ignore, the coastal impacts here. Watching the tides, some beach erosion, and some gale force winds. So that is along our own coastline, along the Rhode Island coastline. However, it'll be much worse from Boston down through Cape Cod. That's the east coastal areas of Massachusetts. On Thursday, any snow should switch over to rain by Thursday afternoon and Thursday evening. The precipitation doesn't wind down until noon on Friday. The good news, though, in all of this, a better weekend Saturday and Sunday with dry conditions and partly sunny skies. So the typical snowbelt area, especially northwest corner of the state, seeing quite a bit of wet, heavy snow.
All right. Thanks, Tony.